Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Fangirlz Assemble. We're here. It's Wednesday. I don't know why I just start every show awkwardly like this,
I love it.
but I will.
That's why. Because I love it.
Oh, well, that's all that matters.
We're the only ones talking to each other.
We're here
No one
for
else
each
is here.
other.
That's fine. This is a private phone call.
It's best friend time, which honestly I like. Every podcast I like to listen to is usually like two ladies talking about, well, usually it's true crime. And then you get a bunch of just like best friend bits. And I'm like,
Yeah.
aw, that's me and Kristan.
It's like we're in this Karen Georgia friend group. It's fine.
Yeah.
We all love
I
each
also
other.
listen, I think you'd like it. It's True Crime and Cocktails.
Oh, okay.
It has like that actress. She's in Cloud 9.
You-
She's like the funny
You
security
mean
guard.
Superstore?
Yeah, Superstore.
Oh, is it? I was like, Cloud? No. Wait, I heard about this one. It's Dina?
Dina, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I was trying to say.
The actress. So yeah, it's her and her
Who?
best friend.
She's
They
awesome.
sound exactly the same. And they do
Oh, that's
podcasts
hard.
together. Anyways, it reminds me of us. So
I'm gonna listen to that.
I think you'd like it.
She's great.
Well, hello everybody. We are here to talk about dun-dun-dum-dun-dum. Whoa, it's very bright. Scales and Scoundrels. We both got the special TKO cover. Look at these. These are beautiful. I didn't know.
And they're
that-
chunkies.
Oh, they're chunky. TKO again is beautiful. These are not
10
the
issues.
typical size compared to
Mhm.
like other TKO books.
They're a little smaller than a regular trade, which I happen to have Rose here. We can just show you that. That's kind of
Mhm.
a bit smaller.
And people that have read other TKO studios, you know, those are pretty large trades. So this is a little bit different, but from what I understand from Freddie, he mentioned that Scales and Scoundrels was actually originally released through Image.
There were like 3 trades that came out through Image, and I was just trying to look this up. So that was back in 2017. It was published in Image. And then April this year, TKO announced they're going to publish the definitive editions. Okay, sadly, the comic only ran for 12 issues before the creators decided it was time to end. In a message to the reader, they stated their decision to end the series was with issue 12, though not for good. They always hoped that they'd be able to find a way to finish the story.
Well, hopefully with this they will, because it looks like I forget which one of these it was. Maybe it was Galad, but one of these creators joined TKO Studios in like 2018. So I think part of it is that relationship that then led to the book being picked up. It was Sebastian Gerner. He's the writer. So he served as editor-in-chief for TKO Studios since it launched in 2018.
Nice.
So that I think it's partly probably that relationship that kind of like, yeah, let's do it.
Makes total sense.
But you've got a pretty international team on this because you've got Gerner, who's from Germany but raised in America. You've got Galad. It sounds like an Arthurian name, who is a French comic book artist. And it says here that he's, as a child of the 80s, his art style is heavily influenced by Japanese animation of the era, amongst which is Neon Genesis Evangelion, Princess Mononoke, Nazca the Valley of the Wind, Dragon Ball, which is very evident.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So they re-released these. They're beautiful. I should have brought the trading cards over, but I cleaned this room and I put them away. So what can you do?
Well, you know what you can do before we get into this?
You can go do some shopping.
That's right.
StockTrades.com, our lovely sponsor.
And get some bargains.
Get some bargains. Spend
$50 or more.
Oh, what happens then, Kristan?
Oh, you get free shipping in the United States, which we have to do, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Free shipping, amazing. You already get great prices. Packaging is on point. And right now, in fact, you can get the second Buffy Deluxe from Boom Buffy for 45% off. That is about 15% more than typical. Just for the rest of the week. That's our pick of the month. We're picking that for you to get a good deal on. And they're beautiful hardcovers. That first one's gorgeous. So you should get on that deal.
Absolutely. Definitely check them out. Unfortunately, you can't get these books through there. But it is okay. All right. So let's talk about Scales and Scoundrels. Obviously, the name is I assume, to be very D&D inspired, which is why I picked it up. I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons person, big into fantasy, high fantasy. And immediately, even just like seeing the two covers, already I was, it's so bright in here. Already, I was intrigued because I could see just even from these two covers that it seemed to be that there would be some different sort of regional influences on this art and the world building. And that's part of the reason why I got it. It's like that plus the D&D aspect. I guess I loved it. Spoiler alert.
I also really enjoyed it. I do want to let's highlight Freddie's comment if we can. I think the Image versions of these are still available, but no trading cards. Actually, Image ended at issue 12, so if you do have the Image versions, you're not even getting all this content. There are 10 issues each in all of these, so it goes to 20, and we'll get there eventually. But it certainly ends like there's going to be more. So
yeah, when I got to the end of this, you can see Robin behind me right now. Look at her.
I keep wondering if she's going to be like the most chaos cat and just hit that Strangers in Paradise thing over.
Oh my god. I hope not.
She got very close.
Yeah. Yeah, like the way that, and we'll get to it, but yeah, by the way that this ended, it definitely felt like there was going to be more, and I definitely needed more.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I did not feel completely sated from like all the content in there, and there's characters I feel like I need to return to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like the story is done, and it's not. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on, and also I'm gonna say this like I do with a lot of books we read. I don't know how this isn't a Netflix animated show right now.
I mean, right? Like, let's just hop into that art real quick, right? Like, let's show some of this. Like, it's beautiful. It is just, I love the way it's done.
Beautiful throughout, consistently beautiful,
consistently very nice. Love how they did everything. Mm-hmm. The expressions were on point.
Yeah, and the art's fun, even though like colors, the characters feel a little raw, like in cartoon. It's the best way.
Yeah, it goes with the story very well.
Oh,
these dragons! Come on, very nice. The colors are beautiful.
Yes,
it's all very well done. Love the
backgrounds are perfect. Like and like you've got your main story going on, but they do a good job of giving you a few little like shorter side stories as well that are still just as beautiful, still add to this like character building of this main character. Oh my gosh, I like if you like fantasy at all, like you'll love this. And honestly, Netflix, you're done with She-Ra right now. You need a new animated show. This is it.
This is it. You also got your strong female protagonist, right? Who she's wonderful. Consistently wonderful.
Let's dig into her. So our main character, I always want to add like an umlaut.
Yeah.
But it's Luvander, who knows?
Yeah, I was saying like in my head I was saying Luvender like lavender, but Luvender.
Yeah, and they call it like Lou for short, But she is our main girl, right? Oh my gosh. Never mind. I'm going to stop. But she's written, like, Chris and I were talking about this before the show, but she's written very almost like a Shonen Jump protagonist. Because she's kind of, she really is focused on eating. She kind of does whatever she wants. She's very, like, acrobatic in a way. She's always kind of, like, tumbling around and getting into things. Very fearless.
Yeah, she's starting stuff. She's ending stuff. She's like, I'm the one. A lot of Luffy traits involved, for sure.
Yeah, and she's got some of her own kind of like not stereotypes, like unique quirks about her personality. Yeah, Freddie's right. Eats a lot, gathers people quickly. Okay, shown her for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She is a dragon, as we learn very quickly, and it becomes very evident. Look at this cat tail.
I love it.
When she goes to do some gambling, because she wants to kind of collect for her hoard, as dragons do. And somebody tries to take her gold from her, and she goes dragon-eyed and like, you don't steal from me. And that becomes like a trend throughout, because she's very like lackadaisical about stuff. But we're not really sure what her whole deal is. Because at the beginning and throughout this, like a lot of the beginning of these books, you're like, okay, she's just she seems like a dragon that's lived for a long time, that's just bored and likes being a human just because.
Mm-hmm.
And has no money to her name. So she doesn't have a hoard to speak of at the moment. So when we're introduced to her, it seems like we're given a character that just is trying to build that up for some reason. And my time reading at the beginning, I was like, oh, maybe she has to have so many coins or gold or a bigger, like the size of her hoard dictates like her powers or something, because she doesn't really use them. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
There's some magic bits. She's strong, but we're not seeing this like back and forth dragon change.
Right. Yeah, and there is she does have a bounty that we found out pretty much immediately, because of course she does.
And she's got such a like Edward from like Cowboy Bebop vibe. She's just so like feral.
Yeah,
looking.
I can see that.
And I like her because she is a girl, but she's not. You would
There's
not
her eating.
say she's on a like. Gender stereotypes are not involved in this book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gender stereotypes are nowhere to be found. I feel like a lot in this book. She is crass. She burps. I mean, she meets this prince and his guard.
There's a burp. Yeah, there's a burp.
And she has no tact.
Yeah, there's the prince.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, they're very put off by her too, because they're all, especially the prince and his guard.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Basically, like his protector.
Yeah, they're like, who is this? Especially, the Shadow. She's like, I don't know about her. Like, what's her deal?
Yeah. So Lou Vander, very quickly after having to basically run away from a town after causing a kerfuffle and lighting the whole place on fire,
as you do,
after a gambling thing gone wrong, she runs into this prince, his guard, aka his Shadow, and a sweet dwarven lady who's guiding them through the woods, and they've been attacked by bandits. And Lou Vander basically is like, well, I'm gonna guess people stealing from the rich, but if you're gonna stab this guy in the back, no, I'm not gonna let you do that. And she gets involved as well with the fight. And the prince, who's very just like big-hearted, it's like, hey, do you want to come with us? We're on our way to get some treasure. And she's like, yeah, okay. And immediately his guard's like, no. And so you have that fun dynamic immediately. It's very Dungeons and Dragons, very like immediately, like phrase that just like gathers people. She's just along for the ride. She's like, yeah, okay. You're gonna feed me? All right, cool. Sure.
You're gonna be cool? Come to the crew. Very
Yeah,
Luffy in that aspect, right? Like,
and I love
let's
the
invite
crew.
everyone.
I love the crew. You've got your prince, who's the youngest one of the brothers, from what we've gathered. He's turned 16, so he's on a quest to kind of like, when you turn 16, you go on a quest, you have some sort of adventure sort of thing before you return home. And his brothers never left the town that far, but he wants to do it properly and go to this like mystical treasure or whatever that no one's found for hundreds of years. And so he's got his guard there, who is a very stern, strict woman who's been like trained to be this thing. And they're this very sweet dwarven woman who's like a healer and a cook and a guide that's helping them out, because she also wants to head that way. And for a reason that we're going to find out. I love them. I love their little back and forth.
Yeah, they were all awesome. I did not like, because even strict Shadow Lady, more of that comes out later, and it's like, of course I love this dynamic anyway, but then that ends up being, they were all great.
Absolutely. They're all getting each other's backs and also kind of getting in, like, Lou Vander's getting in the way a lot, which I like the whole, because she's just like, she just is floating her way through the world, and doesn't always make sense to people around her. She's like, no, I'm doing this to help you. Don't worry. I've got this. It's cool.
Trust that I'm good. It'll be fine.
Love it. And the art, oh god, the art just continues to be so good.
Yeah, pretty much this whole first volume is like 10 issues of their adventure together. Like the whole crew, they stay together. We get to experience everyone. There's tons of stuff happening. I don't even know where to go.
Yeah. Big monsters, like, very dungeon crawly. So, it's the hero's quest, right? So they find big spiders and, big whales, and they find themselves, going down this cavern and getting stuck and saved and going deeper into the cavern. All the while, there's still the bounty hunter coming out of Louvander, trying to get her, but he's also a dragon. You know how it is. And also dealing with their own fears, which is great because you've got, I always forget her name. I feel bad. Is it Koro?
Yeah.
Yeah, Koro, who slowly has to face, like, she's been raised her whole life to be this thing. That's her entire purpose, is to protect the prince, but does she really want more?
Yeah,
And
because like
the
her
guilt
whole,
she feels for that.
she doesn't really have a life other than that, right? Like it's all very selfless for her to just, it's not me, it's not about me, it's about you. I'm protecting you, the end. Doesn't matter what I want. And Lou makes her question a lot of that too. Because she pushes that button, right?
Yeah, because she's kind of a filter. She's like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? I don't understand.
Do you want some delicious food?
Yeah, because you've got a whole crew here that, like, basically you're dealing with a lot of themes that are, like, throughout, where you're dealing with this cast that's, like, was basically assigned to be a certain way, but that path does not fit them, and how do you deal with that? But they're all dealing with it in different ways. Because our dwarf woman, right, she is afraid of the dark. Love that. Yeah. I think that's the best choice they could have done. Because dwarves typically in fantasy live underground, right, in these, like, huge stone caverns that they dig for themselves. And they do mining and things, but she's afraid of the dark, which is so cute. And her people don't leave. The point is just to stay there, carve your name into the stone, you subside there, you take care of yourself there, that's where all the history is. But she dared to leave, and so did her brother. And so she's, had to battle that, and really identified with Koro, who's, like, hasn't quite realized what she wants to do and get past her own guilt about it. Ugh.
That's great. I'm trying to find that page. Here it is. The page where, of course, the lights go out. And it's all just them having back and forth conversations. The dwarf is freaking out. I love when that happens in comics. Like that bit continues to be good, especially when the dialogue's good and you can go back and forth and express something. I love that part. Oh man. Oh, there was also this little flying creature. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, the Isp or something.
Yeah.
It was her brother's little, like, almost a canary in a coal mine deal.
Yeah, and it kept in a cage, but then there was a point where she's just like, yeah, no, get out of there, like, to save it, like, got it out of the cage. And it continues to just follow her. And I don't know, I just loved it. I love that little, like, extra aspect in their relationship together.
It's so cute. It's so cute. And, of course, we get cool dragon battles and everything else. But, yeah, and then our first book ends, basically, with all of them. They get to the bottom of this, like, where they've quested, and they have to leave one another. The group splits up, which makes me sad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's necessary. But it's sad.
It's like that one time in One Piece.
Everything. Yeah. And then we get Louvander, because she's still the main character. Like, some side quests for her, like some stuff with some elves, which is fun. I love, when elves kind of, like, get their butt kicked a little bit, get brought down a peg. Oh, and this great chapter we have to talk about with the siren and the guy who lost his voice.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I loved it. I guess issue 9. It's completely unspoken.
Yeah, that was great.
Let me highlight myself. But yeah, so it's completely unspoken. Very reminds me of, like, Hawkeye,
Oh yeah.
But they're just doing a good job to explain just that kind of, like, what's happening without actually. There we go. To use, like, the hieroglyphs and writing in the sand. Like, this is what happened. Like, I was there. My voice is gone. Oh no, mermaid lady.
Yeah, that was really well done, and I loved getting that toward the end of all of this, because it was, like you said, I think it was issue 9 or something, right? And that was perfectly placed, because I gotta say, this was, like, fairly dense, really.
It's a quick read, but there's a lot in here.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of just a ton of text. Like most of it, there was not really much narration or text box, but it was mostly conversations. There was just a lot of it. So it was nice to have that little break of like, okay, what can they do without, because it's good dialogue, but what can they, it takes a lot to like not write dialogue, but still move the story along, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was really well done.
And then, of course, our final chapter, learning more about the dragons, which I love. And that's why I hope we keep getting books, because we learn more about like who are the dragons in this world right now. Because we haven't met, we met one, but we don't really know what Lou Vonner comes from. We don't know her background, but we learn her background, what happened, why she's this way. And we meet this almost like council of dragons. Ugh.
Great times.
Love it. I'm being vague because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but it's so good. Yeah, immediately I was like, this gives me ideas for a D&D campaign, like different characters and stuff. I love her.
I don't want to spoil much, but I do want to talk about this in the second volume, because we do go back to I can't think of the dwarf girl's name. I keep.
Is there an Ola in it?
Is it at the beginning?
I know her sister or her brother's name is Taurus.
Yeah,
because it comes up a lot. Dorma.
There's a moment. So Dorma's like away from the group, and at the beginning of chapter 12, throughout that, like it's dark again. She's in a cave and it's dark again, and she starts kind of just like manifesting
that, because I love
how they did this. Yeah, so it's dark, and she just kind of starts being like, man, I wish Lou were here. What would Lou be doing? So then Lou's kind of like just manifested there in the dark with her, and like speaking as Lou does, and then she kind of gets the whole crew involved to like get her through it. And I love that, and I love how they did it with like the outlines of characters in the dark, because you can still see what she's doing like in the back, and just a lot of unique things they did.
I love the whole Dorma thing, because I wasn't expecting it when it first popped up, because I was like, oh, is this a flashback? I was like, no, it's her returning home to report to her family what happened to her brother and everything. And it's a good bit of the first book, and I loved it. I loved having this break and just returning to her and seeing what her place was like, and learning about the dwarven culture there, and just her, like dealing with her fear of the dark and her getting over it. I was like, oh,
it was great.
So cute.
She's a great character.
Yeah, because she feels like soft and squishy, if I describe her that way. But she's so courageous in this, and so intelligent and forward thinking, and like,
finds her own strength. Just great story on.
Like, guys, we can't keep doing the old things. Like, why do we do this for a land that doesn't serve us? What is the point of us sticking to this land if it's literally cannot support us living here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Grandma carved our house with her own hands, and y'all are still living here. Nothing has changed.
Which that was a constant theme throughout all of this, right? Yeah. Like everyone had to push back against what they were used to and what they've been told all their lives, and be like, maybe this isn't the best way. We've been living this certain way, and I think Lou did that to all of them, right?
Yeah,
she subverted their expectations with everything, and they were like, "Oh, maybe we
ultimately subverted our own." Too.
Yeah, lovely.
We love some character growth.
That's right.
And so they better finish this. I'm like, okay, what else? How else can they grow the world? And like, because we've got a bunch of lore from these first two books of like how the world's kind of set up, how the dragons are set up, how the princes, like nomadic cultures and like tribes that work together, how those are set up. It's a dwarven culture. I want more. I want to know more about this. Like,
yeah, we won't spoil the very ending, but that last page or two, where we get something just tossed in there like, oh yeah, by the way, and it was like, oh, what? No.
I know, it's killing me.
So we gotta know what's going on.
Yeah, because a lot of this is like, without spoiling anything, because I really want everybody to read it. I think it's great. I think it's super worth it. You're in for a treat. But, a lot of like Lou is not just like her learning about human world, but also she wants to have her body back. She wants to be able to freely be a dragon, because of something that's happened to her that's preventing that. and she's trying to find a way to do that, but she's also finding that maybe that's not what she should do. It reminded me a lot of, like, for those who were able to go ahead and watch Raya on Disney Plus, there's a lot of great dragon content right now, you guys. A lot of dragons and everything. Every movie's got dragons. Especially if it's coming out for like Disney or Marvel. But it reminded me a lot of that. Just like where it's a little more complicated than it looks like. The magic is more complicated. Ugh. I need more of this book.
Yeah, and I can't figure out if like they're planning on more. Maybe they're waiting on the sales of this because this just come out like in April.
Yeah.
So
I would not be surprised they're waiting on sales of this.
Makes sense.
Like, I would hope that that's pretty encouraging. And the layout, God, these books are beautiful. Damn it, TKO. Even if they're, like, not as tall. Ugh, look at that. That's some nice
Yeah, those are good spines.
That's a nice looking book. The layout, the graphic design.
I do wonder why they chose this
DC
size.
could never.
Not even because of, like, their former size, but you're going from, like, oversized, like really oversized trades to undersized trades. So
Yeah.
It's not even like you went to like an average trade size. So that's what I'm just kind of curious why they did that.
I wonder if it's just because there's more pages overall. Because for Wave 3 of TKO, besides the short stories, you've got it came up with 3 graphic novels. So these 2, and then the West African fantasy one that we also need to do a show about. I haven't read it yet. And that looks similar to these. So I think,
Right.
to me, it makes sense if it's just the sheer volume of, like, pages. Maybe it makes more sense to have, like, a shorter trade.
Do you know the cover price on these? I have a sticker over mine, so I don't know.
Oh, $15.
Oh, well, hey.
Can you believe that? This is $15. I would easily pay
For
30.
10 issues? Okay,
10
that's
issues.
I gotta say, you and I, we've talked a lot about TKO. You know, we consistently loved all of Wave 2.
Yeah, and we
haven't
were
read all of Wave
sponsored
1.
that. Very, like,
Yeah,
honestly.
and we genuinely
kind
liked
of
all of those stories. And we liked the oversized trades. But I will say, the consistent problem with TKO, for me, even telling people to get it, was I did not think that was a great price point for those trades. Because they were at, like, 18 or 19 for one of those trades, I think. And they were all, like, 5 issues.
Let me look.
Yeah, I can't remember. So this is a consistent difference, like a good difference per price per issue point.
Yeah, so the other trades were 20.
20. Okay, so 20 for about 5 or 6 issues and all of those versus, and yes, they were oversized, but 15 for a chunky beast at 10 issues, that's great. That's great. That's really great. That's lower than a 5-issue Marvel or DC trade, you know?
Yeah, because TKO Wave 2, these are the size of the trades. Let's compare it to, actually hold Scales and Scoundrels. About like this.
It's quite a difference.
Obviously, the width of it's a little bit different. We'll need to put it like that. And when you buy any of TKO Wave 3, you also get this little packet of cards for each book.
So cute.
You got those as well, right?
Oh, I got this in the library.
Okay,
that's why I didn't know the price. Because I was like,
oh yeah, because the stickers on it.
Yeah.
But let me pull out some of the... I love that there's little trading cards. Look at that. Oh man, I'm going to have to... There we go.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it adapts eventually. And it has the little, like, character information on the back. So, like...
Very fun.
Yeah, Lou Vonder's own card says, hot-headed, excitable with a past shrouded in mystery. Lou comes and goes like the wind, ever in search of glory and gold. She loves nothing more than long naps on a full stomach, or better yet, a pile of glittering treasure. I bow to no man, king, or god. Like, that's cool. Those are cool.
That's a very cool. I am impressed with this price point. I really am. So you got 10 issues for $15, and it's not glossy paper, which is my preference. So...
Yeah, because I went on a TKO like binge, basically, because Scales and Scoundrels look so cool, so I bought those. Like, I went ahead and bought all the short stories because there was a deal, and then I went ahead and bought this one as well, which I would like for us to read, because this also these are beautiful. They're good quality.
Yeah, nice quality trades.
TKO forever.
Yep, and these don't smell weird, so.
I know, but I'm almost disappointed. I was like,
sad.
I was like
Me too.
waiting to see, like, is these gonna smell weird? What's up?
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, 10 out of 10. I want to talk more about it, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's a ton to talk about here. And again, these are pretty dense, but yeah, this is worth your money, especially, again, the great price point.
Yeah. I forgot they were $15.
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
ridiculous.
That is kind of
For a trade
ridiculous.
this big, we have spent more on like quicker trades to read that are smaller
Oh,
than
yeah.
this. Like DC young adult graphic novels. First,
DC
second,
and
we
Marvel.
absolutely spent more on.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah, for
these
sure.
are full of stuff. The art is jam packed. Like it's like reading a One Piece like graphic novel.
Yeah, no, for real.
Because it's that full and the art's consistent. We'll have to tweet them and be like, listen, we really loved your
Yeah.
book. What do we
Good
have to do for more of this? Like, are
Good
the
job on
sales
getting that price
good?
point down.
Do we need
That-
to like? Do we need to talk to?
We'll keep talking about them. It'd be great.
Hey, sometimes it helps. It's just like
Yeah.
do what we do with Upgrade Soul.
Right. Push it on everyone.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that collector's edition to come out. Oh, and Ezra just worked
Yeah.
on something new too.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I can't think of it
I
either.
think it was a mental health thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check it out. I love thick trades and omnibuses. Just so satisfying to read to me. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Something about holding them.
It's that flop factor, right?
Yeah, I love a nice chunky trade.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Oh, and the pool that a friend of a friend is the artist. Oh, cool. Yeah, TKO did a lot of 50% off sales during the first two waves. That's true. Which it makes sense because they had to get it going.
Right.
And I still think all of those trades are absolutely worth it. Well, I at least Wave 2, I haven't read Wave 1, but I loved every bit of Wave 2, and other people disagree, and that's fine. But I loved Wave 2. Okay.
People will fight us on the banks forever, but it's fine.
I
It's
lent
fine.
the banks to Whitney, and she loved it. So I was like, good.
I enjoyed it a lot, so it is the only one getting adapted, so there's that.
Yeah, so...
What do you think about that, people?
But if you don't like Scales and Scoundrels,
What are you doing with your life?
Walk away from me. It's a 10 out of 10. I can't wait to rate this on Goodreads. Everybody knows that I loved this. I look forward to reading it again, taking my time with the art. Like, ugh. Well, we talked
Good
about
times.
what's new?
Yeah. Well, and a lot of that is because we're like, we don't want to spoil this for everyone. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. That's the thing. I could go through each part and be like, let's dissect this, but I don't want to do that.
Well, new Circle episodes came out, but unfortunately, we're not going to talk about them yet because we haven't watched them all yet.
Yeah, I've got to watch them. I haven't even watched today's What If yet either.
I still haven't even started that.
Oh my gosh, you've got
I know.
to.
I know.
You've got to, so we can talk about it and be like, what's going to happen? Oh.
What if?
Oh, what if?
Oh.
though?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you haven't seen Shang-Chi yet either, right?
No.
To be
Well,
fair, I would not go to the movie theater in your town.
Yeah, that's exactly what the problem I'm having is. It's like, oh, I want to, but nope, not here.
Yeah. For True Crime Book, did you hear what Eddie Gein done? No.
No, I haven't, but I have not read it yet. That is Eric Powell about Eddie Gein, and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. We know that.
Oh, yep.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Haven't started What If either. I think y'all like it. Haven't seen Shang-Chi either. A friend of a friend booked the theater privately, so we knew we'd be safe going.
It's the way to do it.
So good. And we're actually booking it for an event at work too to go see it. So
that's fun.
Loved it. You'll love it.
I'm looking forward to it, and I love him, so it's a great cast.
So it'll be in there. Oh, until mid-October. That's not big of a wait.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I look forward to that. Thank you for that, Aiden.
That's good. And next month we get Venom, which actually I really like that first Venom movie. Once I viewed it as like a romantic comedy instead of something serious, I genuinely enjoyed it. So
I never saw it.
Okay, watch it.
Okay.
But again, view it as a romantic comedy. You'll really enjoy it.
Okay,
Just
interesting.
don't take it seriously. Eddie Brock and Venom are obviously in a relationship.
Got it.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I think it made Mary liked it too. Thank you, Mary. I think
cool.
I think that view of it makes it funny. They're like a bickering couple. Like,
I gotta watch it now. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's new, guys? What are y'all reading?
Yeah, what's everyone in the chat reading? Do you have any book questions for us or other questions? We'll take those. Thanks for being here.
Our next show, we haven't decided the date yet.
We may have.
Well, we put a bunch of maybes in the calendar.
I got you down for a yes on the 22nd. Is that right?
Sure. Is that in the evening?
Yeah. You said 8 p.m.
Okay, sure.
Or maybe it was 9 for you.
Oh, that works.
We can talk about it later.
That's fine. We'll be here next week talking about Rose, volume 1 through 3. So another high fantasy book.
Got it right here.
Love it. I'm just in the mood for some fantasy stuff.
It's Fantasy September.
Still wary of the theaters, waiting on streaming. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to go unless I'm in like a privately booked one because I don't feel safe.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It was better. They used to do like a thing where they actually distance everybody, and so I felt a little bit better once I got vaccinated. But they're not doing that anymore, so I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Venom is fun if you're not an everything has to be accurate and serious person.
I'm not, so I'll be okay.
Sony even leaned into that with the first one, did a rom-com style trailer, because that's what it is. That's why there's a guy with like a Eddie Brock like thing that would say some dumb stuff on Nearmit in the chat, and he's always like, "Ugh, forced diversity" or whatever.
Oh no!
And I wanted to be like, I should have been like, your boy Venom and Eddie Brock, though. Let's be real.
You should have.
That's the forced diversity.
Next time, you gotta get him.
Kristan, did you see the Kickstarter for Archie comic Kevin Keller 10th anniversary on this?
I did see that. I'm kind of tempted by it. It's very chonky, and we like that. Kevin Keller, broke the mold. He was Archie's gay friend, and it looks cute. So I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't read much. Oh, I've read more webtoons, but that's it.
Oh, girl. I have too many that I need to read, so I haven't been able to get to webtoons. I'm just like, every time I'm like, oh yeah, I should do that. I'm like, oh no, but I have to. I have to get these library books done or whatever.
It's just so quick and easy if I'm at work and it's a break. I'm like, I just open it up and you just scroll down.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like
I did read some fall reads.
Real quick.
That we're aware of.
I can't believe they made Venom black. So sick of this diversity nonsense, right? The feminists are taking over. What are your fall reads?
Well, Pumpkinheads. I reread it. Of course, it is the most fall book of all the fall books.
Absolutely.
Big pumpkin patch, lovely romantic story.
It's so good.
It's so good, and I forgot
it again. Read it and go to the orchard.
Yep, and I reread Mooncakes, which I also adore. And did you ever read this one?
You know what? No, but I own it.
Oh, girl. Okay.
And I need to read it because it's Moon Festival time and Mooncake time.
Pick it up.
Have you ever had a mooncake?
I haven't.
Is there a Chinese market where you're at, or an Asian market?
Maybe.
You should go and pick up a mooncake.
Okay.
They're like a bajillion calories, but it's fine.
Okay.
And I mean, it's like this big, 1,500 calories. It's great though.
What is in it?
It just depends. Are
you
like, into
whatever.
Like
they throw things in it?
Well, if I describe it, unless you've eaten like Asian sweets and stuff, it may sound weird and gross, but I promise it's good. It's sweet but not too sweet, like red bean paste. It's good. It just depends.
Okay. I'll look into that.
Go read Mooncakes. Get you a mooncake. Go look at the moon. Watch over the moon, because that's a great Moon Festival story.
You just have to pick this off your shelf, Maddie, because it's so good. You're gonna love it. You know, I read this like 2 years ago. I reread it, and it's still so good. You're gonna love it. So you have to.
Miss So said, reading some comics through my library, read one called Santanea that might interest you both. Great art and story. Okay.
I feel like I may have heard of this. Let me look it up.
Freya said, P.S. Kristan, you read The Times I Knew I Was Gay, right?
Of course. I read it before it came out, and I loved it.
You know, James, we both have to read this damn Jeff the Shark comic. That's all that's on my feed. He's so cute. Have you seen him?
No.
Jeff the Land Shark? Is that what you're talking about, James? He's that
like,
tiny shark. He's like a little boy. He's like a little shark boy. Okay.
No.
Here, you talk about stuff. Let me pick a picture.
Well, I'm trying to find that Santanea comic. It's not pulling up for me. I went to Amazon. I was like, you mean Santana? You want some Santana albums? I'm like, no, that's not what I meant, but all right.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to pull this up. It's worth it. It's worth the quiet time. Oh,
Freddie's saying you have not read
I have not.
The Times I Knew I Was Gay. No. And her second book is out, Lilo Exton or Witch. Oh, I'm sorry, Freddie. Do you mean this book right here beside me?
Yeah, because Freddie brought up yesterday, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Kristan talked about that.
Yeah, I love it.
Get ready, Kristan, for this.
Oh, who? Jeff? That's who that is? Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop. I love him.
I know. Everyone's talking about him. Literally, everyone's like, he's healed my skin. Yeah,
so wait.
Johnson.
Okay, so it's a comic. What's the deal?
It's on Marvel Unlimited, I guess.
And it's called what now?
I guess he's part of Deadpool.
I'm writing it down.
Jeffrey.
It's Jeff Infinity comic.
Yeah.
It's Jeff. Okay.
I love him. His full name is Jeffrey, the first of his name of the former Staten Island. Jeff the baby land shark.
I love this. This is reminding me of...
he's adopted by Gwenpool.
If you ever look at... Okay, that makes sense. If you ever look at the trending page on Netflix, which I did last night...
Yeah.
You know, it has 1 through 10 of what's trending. One of them is Shark Dog. And Jeff the Land Shark looks like kind of like Shark Dog. Yeah, look that up real quick.
Okay.
Bring up... yeah. Because Rita and I saw that last night, and we were like, what is it, a shark dog? So we played a part of the episode. It's a kid's show, but it has a great theme song. And we were like, okay, we can get down with this.
I'm in.
It's fun.
I think that sounds great.
It's very cute.
So cute.
Oh, James says each issue will take you only a few minutes to read. Well, that'll be good for my reading challenge, James, so thank you. I'm going to do that. 100%.
He's from our West Coast Avengers and then Deadpool. Okay.
Oh, I still need to read that too.
I must have not read enough West Coast Avengers. But I love him.
I'm excited about those. I'm writing all of this down. Can I jump into her King Deadpool without a run before it, Freddie? Is that allowed? Does anyone know? Because I've been wanting to read that, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
And I've still read
you just never know.
Deadpool ever.
I mean,
I would like to.
A lot of it I think you can jump into. Yeah, Gwenpool's great.
Especially since there's a little baby shark. Little baby shark.
I love him.
I love him.
By looking at him, I love him.
Okay. Sorry, I spelled it wrong. It's Satania.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll look that up. Thanks.
Phrases you can, but it's better after the Dugan run, which I think you did read.
I did, and I loved it. So fantastic. Then I'm jumping in. Which that's when you should.
Was fun, but ultimately 3 skippable volumes. Well, put it on the show. I'll read it that way.
Cool. Like that's the only way.
And people say the new update to the Marvel Unlimited app is better.
I keep hearing this. I did look through it on my phone, but I was like, I'm not reading on my phone right now, and it looked nice. It was like at least able to like open things better. Because I was telling you the other day, what was that we were reading? Young Avengers.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I spent money on Comixology, so I didn't have to read it on Marvel Unlimited because
That's saying something.
I have a membership. I literally hate it so much.
It's so bad. Sometimes I just can't even open a comic. It just spins for 9 hours, and I'm like, this is garbage. It's terrible.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
But I do hear it's way better.
Yeah.
Maybe we love it now.
If Disney doesn't oversaturate the market with Jeff merch like they did with Baby Grubhub from the Star Wars, then I'm going to be slightly inconvenienced.
I mean, I need that. I think every baby thing. Look, I get it. It's marketing. It's business. It works. Put it out there. We'll buy it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no question. Add a cute baby thing into like every comic.
Yeah.
Just to keep people going.
Be smart about it, guys. Like, I bought this stupid snow globe because it has a baby in it. Okay? Like, come on now.
It's secret to get girls into anything too. Like, not to be that person, but
It's true.
not to stereotype ourselves. But a lot of people are like, man, how do I get my girl into comics? One, listen to her and actually look at different kind of comics and see what people like. But two, put a little baby in there.
Yeah, put a little cute
baby
thing.
monster.
Put a little cute baby monster. Yeah. Little, what else do you need? Maybe throw in some sloths. Okay, she'll like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
No
Of course. Like,
put a sloth in there.
Yeah.
You did it.
Put in a cat up there, right?
Oh man, put a little pug.
There you go.
Put a little wrinkly dog in there. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Like Lockjaw. I was gonna say no to Lockjaw. Look at him.
Yeah. Put a little porg in. Okay? It'll be fine. That's all we need.
Love it. Also, Johanna the Unstoppable Monster. It's up by Samney and Samney. I want to read that really bad.
I thought it was fine.
Oh, wow.
I liked it fine.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I'll tell you what, it took like 2 minutes to read, and then I was like, what was the point? That's how I felt. I like the art.
There you go.
Hot take. Freddie says it's cute. It was cute. But what was the point? That's all we got going on is cute art?
Damn. Kristan's letting it
go. Sometimes you need more.
Petition for Marvel to ban the MCU and just focus on the pet Avengers. Honestly, they should make a whole show of that cat that just hangs out with the Avengers or whatever.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Like, Marvel.
Please.
You could do a little short animation like that. It would kill.
I mean, or why didn't we get a little Goose series? Okay.
Yeah, a little Goose series.
Like, everyone loves Goose.
Yeah, just do that.
And if they don't, get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Be great. Well, that's all I've got going on. We don't have the circle to talk about.
I know.
I did watch the LuLaRoe documentary because I didn't get anything else to do.
I mean, I keep hearing about those, but I keep hearing it's happening. We can't talk about the first 4 of the circle, which we haven't done. If anyone is interested in watching,
you guys, it's great. I do hate a couple of people. I think everyone on the show currently is stupid. They're all really dumb.
I mean, here's the deal. We can name some names. Nick is the worst. Okay? Get out of here with Nick. What are we doing with Nick? But he is the stereotype that always has to be on the show, right?
Yeah.
A good-looking guy who's dumb.
So dumb.
So, that's Nick.
Everyone's real dumb this season. They're like, I don't trust this person. Like, you guys are bad. You guys are bad at this. But I love it. I love the circle so much.
Yeah, it's great.
I should probably watch the circle. I heard a TikTok person like is on. Okay.
Oh.
Is it the lesbian?
Oh, I like her.
She's got my energy. I was like, oh yeah, I like
her a lot. I love when because she's catfishing, when she's trying to flirt with guys, and every time she's just like, oh, I can't do it. I don't like.
I'm a straight person.
So yeah, that's a good time.
Oh, did you see the Hawkeye trailer?
No.
Because it looks good.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it
missed
just
it.
it just dropped.
Okay.
So we get to see Kate Bishop, and she's great.
Oh, that's fun. I'll watch it.
And it's
I'm excited.
Christmas. It's a Christmas
Oh,
show,
interesting.
which makes it great. So like I was talking with Jessica Ashcroft, she's like super pumped. She's like, I love Christmas. Can we have cookies, Christmas cookies, and watch the show? I was like, yes. So pizza for Pizza Dog, and we'll have Christmas
Oh,
cookies.
perfect. Amazing. Love that.
Miss, so the Circle is a dumb reality show Chris and I are really into.
Yeah, it's on
So
Netflix.
we keep bringing it up
Yeah,
on
it's
this
not
comics-based
comics
show.
at all.
It's not.
Thanks everyone for dealing with our circle talk. It's like, like I've said it a lot. I'm not into a lot of dumb reality shows. I'm really not. This one is really great. It just
so
is. The way it's done, the narrator, what's her face? Love her so much. She's part of the
Love
joy,
her.
right? Because she will constantly make fun of people in her narration. It's perfect.
We would be bored to tears on that show. I am confident. It's good that they have like therapists on hand if you need them.
Yeah.
If you're there, I would go crazy because you can't have your phone. You can't watch anything. You can bring like a few books. Can you imagine me? I'm like, okay, you're allowed 3 books for this maybe 2 weeks that you're there.
You can't bring manga. You'll read it in 1 second.
I can't bring comic
You can't bring
books
that
at all.
Joanna and the Monsters or whatever it was, because that's like a minute of your time. That's actually probably 50 seconds of your time.
I'll bring just Hickman books, and I'll just be.
Oh gosh.
I'll be even more sad.
You'll be bored to tears.
Bored to tears.
You'll hate
bring
everything.
Some Silver Age stuff, and also be just upset.
Yeah. I gotta say that when you see someone reading a book, I'm like, okay, you got it. Like, you know what's going on. Because everyone else is just like literally wallowing on the floor and like juggling. And I'm like, y'all picked that over books? What's happening? So I respect the people actually see reading, which is rare.
Me too. Man. Another MCU show, another Young Avenger introduced. It's happening. It's happening. Welp. Thanks for a good Wednesday, you guys. We'll be back next Wednesday, and Krista, as long as she's still free, will be on over New Read on Tuesday.
Yep. I'm gonna be there.
I invited Steven as well if he's free, so we'll see.
Oh, fun. We're gonna do the Chewbacca miniseries.
Yep.
And the Han Solo miniseries. Yeah. Because they're the dynamic duo.
Yeah, so we're gonna do some Star Wars.
Some Star-beaters.
I have a whole ass lightsaber. I'll bring it to the show.
You have to bring it. You don't tease the people like that. Bring it on.
I won it from Near Mint Condition. I have pajama pants on, guys, so don't judge me.
Who doesn't? I have pumpkins on mine. What are on yours?
Nothing.
Oh, sad. That's beautiful. Perfect.
I have the ring light on, so it's not exciting, but I won this from Near Mint Condition before I was on the channel.
That is the best.
I didn't even like Star Wars then, so it was just a waste to give it to
That's so funny that you say you won that before you were on the channel. I won an Omnibros giveaway, the first ever gift card I think they gave out for IST before I was on the channel, which is great because now I'm not eligible. So I did my one and I got out.
I always try to, just like get your partner. I'm like, Ellie, just log in. Just log in.
Enter now.
Come on.
Love that.
So have a good night. Buy from Stock Trades. Also buy from TKO. Buy this Scales and Scoundrels. It's a 10 out of 10.
It's good stuff. And pick up Rose at IST.
Mm-hmm.
Read with us next time.
Yeah. And we will see you all next week.